that guy come from? Okay, we're okay. Playing a little pinball. Off the track a little bit. We're fine. 3-second penalty for what? Who'd I knock off the track? Welcome to All In Driving. I'm Alan. This is actually my very first video. First time doing gameplay. And I'd like to just welcome you to the channel. It's been a while since I played Gran Turismo. A couple months actually. So I figured I'd get back in and see what I can do. So with that, let's go all in. I've already done a couple qualifying laps and I'm ready for my first race. Starting 9th, back of the grid. Not a great spot, but we'll just go get started and see what happens. First couple corners, I mean, it's pinball. Just kind of what it is. There's a couple drivers up here that are a little squirrely, so I get ahead of them, and I'm in 5th, doing pretty well for a while. I'm in 5th for about a lap and a half, and then towards the end of this second lap, make a couple of small mistakes, take this corner wide, get past, stick with him for a little bit, but then I overshoot and he stays ahead and another car passes me. Rest of the race, pretty straightforward. You can see from my hands that I'm, driving a little squirrely, to be honest. I do catch the red guy towards the end, overshoot again. I think right here, I just thought it was, I had one more lap. So I laid off a little bit, prepping for the next lap, and then that was the end. So I go back, do a little bit more qualifying. My first qualifying lap was about 103 and change. So you can see here, I've already got 2 laps in that are better, and I'm making progress. I'm getting a little smoother on corners, and we are working on a good lap. So this is just a 1x speed. That corner right there, that tight turn is still the bane of my existence at this point. But looking better than before, doing well. I'm cutting this one really nicely. I think a little more trail braking would help, but here we are. Under 101, I've got another race. I'm starting 2nd this race, so I've already put myself in a really good position to do quite a bit better. Beginning of this race is, again, straightforward. This guy's off the track. I figure, okay, I've got a great chance to actually finish P1. Get by him there. He's sloppy. He's still slightly ahead of me. He's kind of trying to bump me. And that, I don't know what happened there. I think it was an inadvertent bump. I had a line on the inside, and he got moved around. So, end of first lap, I'm in 1st. I take that very first corner too wide, get passed by 3 cars at once. But I stick with these guys for quite a while. Everything is looking good. I mean, I'm not on podium at this point, but I'm sticking with these guys. I'm keeping pace. So it's only my 2nd race in months. If you can tell my hands, I know I'm going like double to 4x speed depending on the time, but you can see my hands in general are starting to get a little smoother on these corners. My braking and my overall lines are getting cleaner. I'm getting much better at that corner. And we're finishing in 4th. So, feeling pretty good. Stuck, where I was. Then I realize, how can I make my car faster? It's obvious. Aero that's not going to do me anything. So, make the car at least look a little prettier. And get ready for the next race. Looking sweet, looking sweet. Let's do it. I'm starting P3. Things are going pretty well overall. I'm getting good start positions. So I got caught on the outside here, a little bumps, but I'm not too worried about it. Get myself back into 4th as we come into this hairpin, and everything's a little funky, but we're still in 4th. Nice corner there, but then I follow the other black Ferrari off into the gravel, and that spells the end of my race. A lot of contact there with some of these guys, but we're just going. I'm gonna finish the race. I am back in 5th. A couple guys made mistakes. You can see that second lap was a 108, which is pretty horrendous, in my opinion. So now I'm back in the 102 range, which isn't going to win races most of the time, but that is a very solid time for me, at least to maintain with most of these guys. There's drivers out there that are really fast. I'm not one of them. I'm hoping to get there, but I'm not one yet. So we're at 102, 102, the last two, and I'm getting real close on this guy. I think I overblew that just a little bit, but finished 5th, and can't complain. Here we go. I just want you guys to watch what happens here, because I get myself into 2nd. Maybe that was a little too aggressive, but it's kind of how it goes. If you can get away with it and not get penalized, I feel like that's what a lot of people are doing, is trying to walk that line. So I get myself back up into 2nd here, and then I get punted. I get punted by the white Ferrari. And all of a sudden I'm back in 10th, and there's nothing to do. And then, let's watch that again. Oh! One more time. Oh! God, that's gotta hurt. It gets me back up into 9th, though. And then, things get a little better. I mean, this whole pack of cars is right here this entire time. Besides the top 2 drivers, nobody's really getting away from me. And, everybody, I mean, I'm getting knocked around, so I'm hitting the wall. You can see all the penalties ahead of me, and then that's kind of where my race ends. I get blasted, I get knocked off the track again, and I have to take my penalty, and so here we are in 10th. And lap to go. I think I catch this guy. Yeah, pass 1. And end up in 9th. So P9 and a penalty from that guy puts me in 8. So considering I got punted and then push off the track another time, not too bad. Another race, 5th place, P5 to start. And all right, everybody's hitting each other. This guy comes out of nowhere, and then I'm feeling all right. I'm in 4th, and then I get this penalty. 3 seconds, forcing somebody off the track. So I'm starting P5 here. I'm the 2nd black Ferrari, and I'm trying to figure out, who did I knock off the track? It had to have been that red Ferrari, right? It had to have been. Here's overhead from me. So he slides into mine. He gets hit by the blue car, and then, okay, he's gone. I get knocked off the track. Right? So here's from the red Ferrari's view. He gets knocked by the blue car, and then I bump him, but he doesn't go off the track. He stays on track. I get the 3-second penalty. I have no idea. If you guys can help me figure this out, please put it in the comments. I don't understand how these penalties get knocked in here sometimes on Gran Turismo. So then I serve my penalty, and I am in 9th, which is fantastic. I still, like, I have no clue what that penalty was for. Nobody went off the track by my means. I got hit, which knocked into the red Ferrari, and then the red Ferrari didn't go off track, but I was forced off track. I definitely feel like in this race, I really started dialing things in though. I'm driving a lot better than most of these other guys overall. I'm making mistakes, but overall, I'm definitely improving. My times aren't quite as good as the last lap, as the last race, but I am improving overall. I'm getting more consistent, even though these are all 103s. I am pushing a little harder because I'm frustrated at this point, because I'm still thinking about that penalty, you know. So push too hard, go into the gravel, and finish in 7th. But I decided I'm going to keep racing until I win. So race 6, and I'm starting in 2nd place, P2. I am a little bit behind the guy on pole, but everybody else is way behind. So I figure this is my moment. This is my time to shine. I've really got to make it happen. I typically do pretty well in qualifying. And then when it comes to wheel, there's another car, next to me, and I'm either being extra cautious to try to not get a penalty so he passes me, or I'm unable to pass, or, I go aggressive and whatever, or I get punted and I just get frustrated. The wheel-to-wheel's a little tough in Gran Turismo because I feel like there's guys that know how to get around it and not get penalized and bump you out of the way for their own benefit and not get penalized on their sportsmanship rating. But anyway, here we are on pole. By the end of the first lap, I am just about a second ahead of everyone else and feeling pretty good. So I'm going to speed it up a little bit and just let you guys watch. So I've got 2 really good laps in the bag, and I start pushing extra hard. I go cut that corner just a little too much, get myself a penalty. But overall, I'm driving much, much better by now. And without the other cars right on me, I don't feel that pressure. I don't have to worry about if they're going to come into me. I start pushing a little hard, not really too worried. I go into the barrier, but I'm trying to speed up lap times. I'm in a 1:01.6, which is essentially a qualifying time for me, and feeling really good. So while this last lap finishes out, I just want to say thanks again. I know with this first video, there's some audio issues, and I've got some funky cuts going on. I'm working on making it better. But please like and subscribe if you want to see more of me playing Gran Turismo and driving my own car at the track. I'm going to be doing some autocross here shortly, and hopefully doing some track days in the near future.